fairly eye-opening to us. And when I say us, I'm saying the mayors and of course the county, and we wanted to share some of them with you. And we also want to have a call to action, I guess, is what we're looking for. Some of these statistics that they came out with was like 76% of our children under the age of 6 have both parents working. Now, when you talk about statistics, you can interpret them in different ways. But we're the 20th highest in the entire state out of 49 districts. The national average is, the Nebraska average is 74. So you can see, we're higher than the state average.
You know, Mark, one thing about this, when you think having both parents working is not a big issue, but you're going to later see that that is a big issue. We know now we're data driven. We've got the information to support that the kids are most impressionable and most brain activity and learning is from age 1 to 3. After age 3, their brain does not develop as much of the learning potential. So they need to be very interactive in that 1 to 3 age group. If both parents are working, somebody else is taking care of our kids. And so that's why it's very important as we think about that, both parents working as we work through these other things here.
As we move forward, you see that in the 48th district, the median household income for us, basically Scottsbluff County, is $40,000. When you look at the the Nebraska average, it's $50,000. We're $10,000 lower than the state average. We're 8th lowest in the state. 14.3% of our population are below the poverty level. That's the 14th highest. Now, if you think about that, 14% are below the poverty level, when the average in the whole state, again, is 12%.
Poverty level is just a little over $22,000 a year.
26.8% of our children under the age of 6 are below the poverty level, and that's the 11th highest. You can see, again, don't have to read what the Nebraska average is. 21% of our children aged 6 to 11 are below the poverty level. We're the 10th highest in the state. 14% of our children aged 12 to 17, you can see we've got the whole category from the time they go to kindergarten until they graduate from high school. 14% are below the poverty level. We're the 17th highest. You can see there's a big disparity in that one too. 24% of our population are under the age of 18. We're the 26th lowest. These are statistics that came out of that committee. 16% of our population are over age 65. We're the 14th highest.
Mark, if you do the math on that, what you find out is under 18 is not the working class. Above 65 is really not the working class. That gives us about 55% of our community is in the working force. And then if you break that down to the ones that are in the poverty, that doesn't map out real well.
Got only 86% of our population over the age of 25 are high school graduates. You just heard from Bob. He's kind of explaining how we can help those numbers. The Nebraska average is 90%, so you can see we're behind the curve on that one too. 19% of our population over age 25 have a bachelor's degree. We're the 19th lowest in the state. Clearly, we have some issues that we need to deal with, and so we're looking for trends here. And we look at trends, we see that these numbers really have to mean something to us. You can go to statistics, and you can look at them, and you can glean a lot of information from that. And what we as the mayors look at this, and we say, okay, what do these numbers really mean? What can we do with these numbers? How can we help ourselves?
As we're looking at community development and economic development, think about just a little bit of those last two slides. Of 86% of our kids are graduating, 19% have a bachelor's degree. What kind of businesses will come to our area if we don't make some changes here? We're looking at a different workforce. We don't have the degree programs. We're going to have to work back with our schools and our colleges. They're going to become they are such an important part of our economic development in our area. But think about what that looks like, because all this data is on the web. So if you were a business, would you be looking at our community? We have a lot of great things, but we got a lot of things that we got to work on.
The numbers indicate that we're kind of headed in the wrong direction here. As mayors and as leaders of the community, we've seen that there's issues here that we need to address. By your presence at this meeting, it's pretty evident that you care about what's happening with the community too. You are the leaders as well as us. You are the people that are going to make a difference. We need to get a vision, we need to have a plan, and we need to charge ourselves with, this is what we need to do to turn this around. And as leaders, we're looking to you to help us out. We have a unique opportunity at this point in time, because when you get these statistics and you actually pay attention to them, then you got half the battle won, because we already know that we have to do something. As we're researching, as with Jerry Dykert and Senator Harms, of course, and a couple other individuals, John Bartles from UNL and Dennis Jones, who is a community planner out of Boulder, Colorado, we've discussed it with all these people. So we know that we can turn this around. We know that with dedication from the individuals in this room, your leadership, that we can turn this around. We're looking for you to help us out, and you can go and volunteer, and we're going to start a task force to kind of design what we can do to turn the community around and make us in the top of most of the categories and the bottom of some of the other categories that we look at. If you would like to sign up, and we hope you do, we hope there's a lot of people, because we need the leaders to help us out, help the community. We thank you, and if you would like to join, you can contact Nathan at scottsbluff.org. Pretty simple email. We would like to hear from you.